Good day everyone, I am Janela Vivisares and today we will going to discuss about the global divides, the North and the South, along with my co-reporters, Miss Michelle Booking and Miss Emery Binatero. So here are the learning objectives of this topic. First is to define the term, the Global South. Second is to differentiate the Global South from the Third World. And last is to analyze how a new conception of global relations emerged from the experiences of Latin America countries. So let us first define what is Global North and Global South. Global North refers to the countries that are geographically in the Northern Hemisphere or to the countries that are commonly developed. So when we say Global North, it has something to do with the fully developed countries in the Northern Hemisphere, specifically North America, Europe, and other parts of Asia, which is more economically advanced and industrialized nations, such as Japan and South Korea. These countries tend to have high standard of living with zero population of growth, advanced infrastructure, well-established political systems, and significant global influence in areas like trade, technology, and diplomacy. On the other hand, the Global South refers to the countries that are geographically in the Southern Hemisphere or to the countries that are developing or economically struggling. In contrast to the Global North, the Global South encompasses nations that are generally less economically advanced and industrialized, primarily located in regions such as Africa, Latin America, and other parts of Asia. These countries often face various developmental challenges, including lower standards of living, insufficient level of infrastructure, political instability, and a higher prevalence of poverty. The Global South is also characterized by a greater dependence on primary industries such as agriculture and raw material extraction, rather than advanced manufacturing or high-tech sectors. Next is the Global North and South divide. It is an imaginary line that divides the wealthy developed countries and the poor developing countries. It is also known as rich and poor divide. This division represents one of the most significant and enduring features of the global socio-economic landscape. It is characterized by disparities in wealth, development, and influence between countries and regions. The North and South divide is primarily based on economic factors. The Global North comprises economically advanced and industrialized nations, while the Global South refers to those less developed and poor nations. As to what I have explained earlier, its primary purpose is to highlight and analyze these inequalities, shedding the light on the contrast in terms of income, infrastructure, education, healthcare, and overall quality of life. The North and South divide is important for several reasons. First, it underscores the need for addressing global and regional inequalities, as it is often a reflection of historical colonialism, exploitation, and unequal distribution of resources. Second, it serves as a basis for international cooperation and efforts, as more developed countries are frequently called upon to assist less developed ones in their quest for progress and development. And lastly, understanding the North and South divide is crucial for policymakers and organizations striving to formulate effective strategies for sustainable development, poverty reduction, and the promotion of human rights, as well as being on a global scale. By recognizing and addressing these disparities, the world can work towards a more equitable and prosperous future for all.
Differentiate the Global South and the Third World. Global South and Third World are constantly the same. They both refer to conditions usually found in developing countries. According to Claudio in 2014, Third World is the antecedent of Global South. It is said to exist when Cold War ended. Global South refers to the countries that are geographically in the southern hemisphere, or to the countries that are developing or economically struggling, or to those lower income countries. While the Third World or the term Third World is denoted countries not politically aligned with the former Eastern Bloc or the West. Today, the term Third World is used to describe developing countries of Africa, Asia, Latin America, and Australia. Sa Global South, nandito ang large population, but low wealth, low standard of living, low developing, and agriculture. At sa Third World, less population, high standard, high wealth, high standard of living, high developing, and industry. Those are the difference between Global South from Third World.
Worlds within the world. Capitalist economies were considered First World, and socialist economies were referred to as Second World. Those that did not belong to the either types of formal economies belonged to the Third World. The term Third World was initially used to refer to the former colonies of European countries. To illustrate, India was considered Third World. Third World country, for it was a colony of the United Kingdom. According to this categorization, the Philippines was classified as Third World. Later, the category was used to refer to the countries that were neither capitalist nor socialist. Since many countries were impoverished, the term was also used to refer to the Poor World. These countries were considered to be non-industrialized and newly industrialized. How new conceptions of global relations emerged from the experiences of Latin America countries. So, a new conception of global relations from the experiences of Latin American countries could emerge from a number of different factors. Some possible contributing factors could include: the first one is the unique historical, cultural, and political experiences of Latin American countries, which have shaped their perspectives on the global relations and international issues. The second one is the impact of economic and social inequality in Latin America, which has led to a strong focus on issues such as poverty reduction and social justice. The third one is the role of civil society and grassroots movements in shaping political and social change in Latin America, which could potentially influence global relations in the way in which countries interact with one another. It was worth noting that Latin America is a diverse region with different countries and cultures, and therefore different perspectives and experiences on global relations. Additionally, global relations are constantly evolving and changing, so a new conception of global relations from the experiences of Latin America may be also influenced by current events and ongoing developments in international politics and economics.